What's up guys, Savix here, and today we're going to be talking about Retribution Paladin changes, buffs and nerfs. I made a video last week, but I noticed that I missed a lot of stuff in it, so I'm actually going to update it. And for the people that already saw it, I'm sorry, but we will start with the ones that I missed out on. So that way you guys could just watch it and leave. So the one that I missed was the buffs, or blessing buffs. Which right now we have three. We have Kings, Might, and Wisdom. But in the upcoming patches, we will lose Blessing of Might. So no more Might buff, only Kings and Wisdom. These two buffs are getting a buff. Kings is going up from 180 to 270. Absorb damage. Blessing of Wisdom is gonna be 15 seconds to 10 seconds. So we're getting a 5-second buff. For every 10 seconds, we will be getting 1% mana and health. So for this part, I'm kind of confused if it's... Here, I'll read it first. So it says, you may only have 3 Greater Blessing active at one time, but now it says limited 1 to 1 target. So I don't know if it means you can only have 1 buff and not 2, or if it's saying if you have multiple pallies and you can't stack up Blessing of Might. Like if I have 3 reds right now, we could stack up 3 mites to each other. So I don't know if it's saying you can only have 1 buff per target, or it's talking about you can't stack like triple might, only 1 buff per target. So I'm not sure if it's the first one I said or the second one. You guys let me know on that part. So 2 things here. To me, it was really hard to tell, but I feel like it's a small nerf. Like if you look at it one way, it looked like a buff because Blessing of Might was only 10% chance to deal additional damage, but that additional damage was 30%, and 30% is pretty high. And along with the strength nerf, 15%. For me, I thought this would be a small buff to our damage because we're getting 12% increased damage to most of our hitting abilities. But then again, we lost 15% strength and we lost Blessing of Might. But it was also a 10% chance. So I was like, since this is a chance and they removed this and gave us flat damage, maybe I thought it was a buff, but then I think it's more of a nerf. Like a small nerf. Okay, next one. This one actually hurt my feelings. JV nerf was kind of big to me. So basically, if you do Justicar Vengeance on a stunned target, it used to do additional 50% more damage, but now it only does 25% damage. And that number, you can actually tell a big difference. So I don't know if I'll be using JV a lot. I might actually switch it up and take Crusade and Eye for an Eye now. But only for melee classes I'll take Crusade, since you do have to hit people constantly. So it's either this 2 combo or this combo. So I'll still play with JV, but I'll probably run Crusade and Eye for an Eye a bit more now than JV, because JV damage is a bit low with the stun. So another nerf is Blessing of Sync. It used to be 20 seconds, but they changed it to 25, and then now they changed it to 30 seconds. But it's still good. We'll still use Blessing of Sync even with the nerfs. But let's hope that 30 seconds will be the last. The last they touch. No more nerfs on the time. Next we have Luminescence. So Luminescence worked if you healed yourself, and your party members would get benefits as well. But now it's only when you're healed. So your healing doesn't count, only your allies' healing works now. Also, Pure of Heart. Pure of Heart, I couldn't find the note, but right now it's whenever we receive a healing, it removes diseases and poisons. But from the next on, it's gonna be just reducing 4-second cooldown on your cleanse. And it'll remove for everyone within a yard. So right now it's 8 seconds, but when you take Pure of Heart, it's gonna be 4 seconds. Next one is Seal of Light is removed, and they're receiving a spell like Tank. Right now Protection has a spell where if you Judgment, you get some tiny heals. Alright, I got a phone call, so Be right back real fast. Alright, I am back. That took a lot longer than I thought. So, Pallies lose Skill of Light, which makes us run a little faster, consuming Holy Power. And we will be getting something like Judgment of Light. I don't know if it's exactly the same or not, but it's something like Judgment of Light. So whenever you put a Judgment and you hit them, you get a little tiny heal. I haven't played beta, so I don't know what the spell changed to. But I think it's the same as the spell that I just showed to you. And the next change is Fist of Justice. Right now, whenever you use Holy Power for damage, it reduces 8 seconds. But they're gonna change it to 2.5 seconds per Holy Power we spend. So it's actually a little nerf. 2.5 times 3 equals 7.5. So it's a 0.5 second nerf. But if we use it on a Justicar Vengeance, we're using 5 Holy Power. And 5 times 2.5 equals 12.5 seconds. So if we use JV, it'll be reducing a lot faster. So if you run Divine Purpose and spam JV, you'll get your stun much faster. But if you use Templar Verdict, it's gonna be 0.5 seconds slower. So it's like a tiny nerf and a buff, depending on if you use JV or TV. But keep in mind JV got nerfed, so it won't be hitting as hard if you're doing it on a stun target. Next we have Divine Intervention. This is probably the biggest nerf for us, because right now Divine Intervention, it reduces 50% of our bubble cooldown. That's why we mainly use it, not only for the auto bubble, but it reduces the bubble cooldown by half, making it 2.5. If we don't have this, it's gonna be 5 minutes. And this getting nerfed to 20%, it's only gonna reduce like a minute or so, and cooldown will probably be 4 minutes. And that will be a long time. So we'll have long bubbles again. Long cooldown bubble. For me, I think I'll still use Divine Intervention. It's still saving a minute, but I might start using Cavalier, or I might try the new one, depending on how good it is, like how much of a healing it does. If it does a good chunk, I might take that, but probably stick with Divine Intervention. Most likely when I fight against Windwalker DK or Turbo, or any like one-shot comps with the Monk or Enhanced, probably Divine Intervention, so it saves us. And I think that's it. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, and this will be the upcoming changes for 7.1.5 and 7.2. If I did miss anything, feel free to comment down below. Hopefully I didn't though. I wish for this talent, instead of giving us that healing, they should have gave us another mobility, like a choice. Something like Cavalier, but maybe the new one, make it where Steed is immune to roots. I think that might be something we could think about, if we had that option. Anyways, that is it guys. Hope this helped, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.